This CTV sports presentation has been brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick GMC. We care. By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By North Star Bank. North Star guiding the way. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware. And by CTV Community TV in Marine City in St. Clair.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another presentation of high school football here on CTV. Just saw the opening kickoff between the St. Clair Saints, who are hosting the 1-6 Southlake Cavaliers. Saints a little trouble with that opening kickoff, but they fall on it, no problem. They'll start this game off at their own 37-yard line. Tom Brenner here on CTV with the legendary coach, Coach Denny White. Good to be back with you, Coach.
It's nice to have you, Tom. I'm you would bring some heat.
Well, we'll see if the team brings the heat. Then hopefully the fans bring the heat, and maybe it'll make its way up to the booth for us here tonight.
That was smooth.
There you go. First play of the game, already a big gainer for that Saints offense. They take it into Cavalier
Ruba
territory.
With the carry out to the 45-yard line. Tackled by number 2.
Brandon Aruba with the first carry of the game for the Saints. Saints come into this game 6-1, 3-1 in the conference. Cavaliers 1-6 overall, 1-3. Saints, of course, coming off a tough loss to the rival Marine City Mariners last week, looking to get things back on track here. Another hand, Brady Gleason, left side. Looks like Aruba again makes a cut back inside, makes his way inside the 20, and the Saints are off and running.
Two very similar plays, one to the right, one to the left, for huge gains.
Being, I think, nice for the Saints if they can get off to a nice start.
They were blocked. Great job. They were right in the chest.
Gleason goes under center. He's got two receivers right, two to his left. Ruba in the backfield. Man in motion goes there. Ruba with the handoff again right up the middle. Makes his way. He's got a chance. He makes his way to the one in. Easy touchdown. Saints just need 52 seconds, and they're up 6-0. It was the Brandon Ruba show.
It was.
Here.
Yep, there's a couple arm tackles there, and you're not going to bring down Brandon Ruba with an arm tackle.
Kruski will be on to kick the extra point. Saints have multiple guys who've been kicking extra points this year. Kruski's kick is on its way. That one's up and good. Of course, Sean Donaldson went down with a concussion last week.
Yep. Still
out. Getting things right. Hopefully he'll be a healthy number one, and at some point maybe he'll get back out there and play some football. For the Saints, it's 7-0. Just 52 seconds into this game. Saints come into this game coached, of course, by head coach James Bishop, Kurt Dombrowski, Gary Griffin, Kevin Mon, Brian Tapman, and Tim Lolito, new addition to the staff this year. All a big part of that 6-1 season so far, and I imagine most of the Saints' goals, Coach, are still intact.
I definitely think that they are, and specifically for tonight, I think there are two. One, obviously, to win the game, but two, and almost co-equal, is to get out of here without any more injuries.
Mm-hmm. As we kind of just mentioned before, I imagine part of achieving that goal is going to be to get out to a big lead early and make it stick. Band is here and they're fired up. Saints kick it off. This one's going to bounce. Cavaliers better get to it. It does land back into the return man. He's got a little daylight, but it's going to be brought down at their own 20-yard line. Cavaliers got to go 80 yards to tie this thing up at 7. Cavaliers come into this one coached by Steven Centers. Assistant coaches, Frank Sombera. He's the offensive coordinator. Chuck Kaiser, he's got the defense. The other assistant coaches, Nick Thompson, Brian Nozak, Gregory Harris, Dan Folks, and Harold Marion. So our first look at that St. Clair defense. They come in as the second best defense in their division, only behind the Mariners, which they of course saw last week. First play of the game is a handoff. That's going nowhere. As a matter of fact, they're going backwards.
Gang tackling by the
that St. Clair defense came into this one just giving up about 14 points a game in the silver. Overall, they're giving up 12 points a game. That's going to be.
You can't get a whole lot better than that. This is high school football, after all.
Clock is running at 10:20 to go here in the first quarter. Quarterback in the shotgun looking to pass. He's going to head out to the flat. Caught, but taken down almost immediately there.
Aiden Gedeke.
Yep.
Nice coverage. Right there.
It was pretty quick. Brings up third down and 11. Under 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter at East China Stadium. Two Cavaliers in the backfield with two receivers left, two receivers right. Calling out a linebacker, keying on that, looking to pass it again. Rolling to his left, gets it off, throws it, nice catch. Oh, incomplete in the end. That'll bring up fourth down and 11. Clock stops at 9:28.
The quarterback has a pretty strong arm. That was a nice pass. Both of those have been nice passes, but the Saints defense is not letting the receiver go anywhere after he catches the ball.
Pretty good close there by the senior, Austin Schweiger.
Soon they'll pick one off.
Cavaliers will send out their punt unit. Standing inside his own 10-yard line. Here's the snap. He catches it clean, gets it off nearly blocked. This one's going to wobble, just land inside. This one looks like it's touched by Schwager. He'll have to get on it. He bounces on it, and he's able to get it. Dangerous play. But good recovery there by Austin Schwager. Saints will start at about their own 30. Good replay here from our crew. Good thing he got on that. Three Cavaliers closing hard. So Brady Gleason back in at quarterback for the Saints. One man in the backfield. Two men going motion. Shift by the Saints. Gleason hands it off once again. This time the Cavaliers do a nice job. They bottle him up. Good play there. That's number 30, Tavion Bell, senior. He's 5'10", 230. That's a big kid who made a little noise there.
Yeah, he had to set the edge, and he did.
Looks like number 25 also closing in there, Hayden Hernandez. So we got second down and 11. Saints sending one man to the right, two to the left.
Charlie, you on this side? Let's go on deep.
Schweiger in motion. Gleason looking to pass. He gets it out complete. Got it to about their 30. Bottled up. Three Cavaliers there. Ball comes loose. Looks like the official going to blow it dead, though. Saints will keep the football.
Aiden McCartney, the pass receiver.
There's a replay. See McCartney makes the catch at about his own 27. Picks up about 4. And then the ball came loose. Yep, looks pretty clear that he was down. We don't have to worry about any crazy replay reviews here at the high school level.
That's right. The big screen is out tonight.
That's good, because I don't think you and I would be able to figure it out.
No.
I can't figure it out when I'm watching pro football anymore. So good look there by our crew at number 71, Derek Sanders. He comes in 6'2", 275 in the middle of that defensive line. Gleason rolling right. Keeps it for himself. Makes his way up to close to that 39-yard line. This is going to be a close. This will depend on the spot. That ball is just short of that 39-yard marker. They're going to say it's going to be 4th and 1. Yep, looks like the marker's really on the 40. See Gleason going back into the huddle. Looks like the Saints will roll the dice, or you think they'll just try to get him to jump?
Well, that'd be step number 1, but
they're going for it. Saints bust off the line. Looks like a first down. They move the football all the way to their own 42. First down for the Saints.
Yeah, this is the 8th game of the season, and you know your linemen, even though they're replacements, you're with them all week, and you know their abilities and where you should run. That was well done. Not a lot of risk in that.
Good looking shot of the band and the crowd here tonight. Good work there on the wireless camera from Bruce Holliday. It's so fancy I couldn't even put it together.
That's right.
Gleason back to pass. Throws one. This looks like it'll be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Evan Kruski. Cavaliers definitely have some size up front on that defensive line. Yep, definitely going forward. Second down and 10, 6:32 to go here in the first quarter at East China Stadium. The St. Clair Saints hosting the Southlake Cavaliers. Two receivers right, two left, running back in the backfield. Gleason in the gun, looking to pass. He's looking right, now looking left. He's going to go deep here. He's got a man out there. That's number 11, Jared Lenarski, and that pass is complete. He's down to the Cavalier 19.5-yard line.
What a great pass. He got the distance, and plus he just laid it right in there. There's a turn.
Good quickness from Lenarski.
Broke out of his pattern. Look at that. Catch me.
Good looking ball from Brady Gleason. So the Saints have it 1st and 10 from the Cavalier 19-yard line. Saints looking to tack onto that early 7-0 lead, heading towards 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Gleason under center, man in motion. This time he's going to hand it off. That looks like Ruba. He's going to be bottled up. Picks up about 4 yards. Ruba off to a nice start. Brings up 2nd and manageable. Matt Busla makes his way out to the right. Lenarski, bottom of your screen on the left. Toss right, it's Ruba. He's looking to get the corner. Good closing speed there from Southlake. May have maybe picked up one.
22, Joe Tankersley, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4. Gleason on the sideline getting the call from the offensive coordinator, Gary Griffin. Bo Becker enters the ball game for the Saints. Clock under 5 minutes now. 3rd down and 4 for St. Clair. Schwager heading to the bottom of your screen. Gleason, little fake, looking to pass. He's looking that way. Left side of the end zone, throws it long and incomplete. Bring up 4th down and 4.
Gleason's pass in the end zone is incomplete. Be 4th and 4 for the Saints.
Evan Kruski heading in the game. Looks like the Saints will set out the field goal unit.
That's the same package. I do a cycle or something.
Austin Schweiger, the snapper on this.
The snapper.
Yeah. He's a do-everything ball player.
Snap looks good. Kick on its way. This is up, and it's good.
Good deal.
Good looking kick there from Evan Kruski, and the Saints are up 10-0. 4:34 to go in the first quarter. Band, take it away. Good start for the Saints there, Coach. It's 10-0, just over 4 minutes.
Absolutely. You want to put points on the board every time you get a chance.
A couple of different looking drives from the Saints. They obviously tried to run the ball a few times there, but this time they were aided by a big play through the air. First drive, scored a touchdown on the ground. Kickoff on its way. This one will bounce at about the 2 or 3 yard line, heading into the end zone for a touchback.
The Saints this year have a unique situation in that they have 3 kickers, all 3 of whom are outstanding. Sean Donaldson, Evan Krusky, and Jared Lenarski. They're just outstanding, all on the same team. That simply doesn't happen. If you have one, that's a distinct advantage, let alone 3.
That's amazing. That really is amazing. That can't be understated. Most teams don't have one. Then if you lose that one, big problem. Not to say that you don't miss them, obviously, but if you can make up for it, good deal.
And the idea, in a close game, if you can get somewhere near the goal line, but you can't score a touchdown, that opens up the option for a field goal.
Sure.
Ooh, had them. They both had them.
Slippery move there. Now he's going to look deep after the scramble.
Intercepted.
All kinds of guys there. Looks like it's picked off for the Saints. Looks like Austin Schweiger makes the play. We don't really do a whole lot of like audio and video flashbacks, but if we did, we'd have to go back to you saying they're going to pick one off soon. Good elusiveness there. That's number 11.
Yeah, he did a great job, and he has a really strong arm, like I mentioned.
Schweiger's interception.
And were it not for Schweiger, that would have been a completed pass, a long completed pass.
So the Cavalier turnover puts the Saints back in business on offense. Gleason looking to hand off, play action looking to pass, rolls to his right. He's in a little bit of trouble, he eludes, going to be brought down. Good looking play there from the Cavaliers. He's brought down at his own 35-yard line. That'll bring up, I believe, 2nd and 18.
Not what you're really after. You'd like to see that thrown away.
That's an interesting back-to-back sequence there. It was almost 2 back. Each team had a situation where they probably should have thrown it away.
Yes.
As much as you like what Robertson did to get away, sometimes you got to say that that's our blessing of the play. It's not getting sacked.
Yep.
Let's make it 2nd and 17 from their own 36. Looks like Ruba's got the handoff, looking to go to the right. Brought down pretty quickly there by number 30, Tavion Bell. He's making an impact on defense.
Run off tackle there in behind Maddox Moselle, a sophomore.
Big kid. Clock heads under 3 minutes to go. It's 3rd down and 15. The ball on their own 38-yard line. St. Clair 10, Southlake 0. Gleason going to roll to his left, looking to pass. Still has the football, gets it out there. Almost had his man. Looked like he was looking for Austin Schweiger once again, but bounces that football just short. 4th down and 15. The Saints will send out their punt unit.
So Schweiger will go from intercepting the pass to becoming the pass receiver to snapping the football on the punt.
What is this, baseball?
It is.
I mean, I know he's a good baseball player, but
right.
I didn't know they had utility men in football these days.
Him, yeah. The advantage of having a player who plays multiple sports.
Snap is good. Punt is good. It's a high one, not necessarily a long one. Going to bounce at about the 35-yard line. It did hit Southlake, but he's able to bounce back on it. That was number 5, Bryce Salmons, a senior, 6'3", 170-pound return man.
38-yard line.
There's a replay.
1st and 10 Cavaliers.
He was calling for the fair catch. Oh, it didn't. That wasn't the return man.
No. Head is back to the ball. Oops.
works out on the end.
That's usually the responsibility of the punt receiver,
Yeah,
returner. He's to let everybody know that it's poison and get out of the way, and you just go into the sideline.
All right. Got a hot potato there.
Yep.
So the Cavaliers back in business, 1st and 10 from their own 36, 2:34 to go in the first quarter. Receiver left, receiver right, 2 men in the backfield here. The quarterback who's now under center. Little toss right. Saints are on it though. It was a toss to Dorian Stevens, 6'2" senior.
Ethan White on the tackle for the Saints.
Coach gotta get on 10, Tom. He needs a
That almost looked like for a second there was a Cavalier in the backfield who didn't go after anybody to block.
Yeah.
Not sure if there was miscommunication, but 4 receivers out there now for Southlake, so they're obviously looking to pass. Robertson's in trouble in the pocket, tries to get out, and he's going to be brought down.
Robertson is passed by Joe Phillips and Josh Bennett.
Third down now. Clock heading towards a minute 33. Timeout. Cavaliers.
Defensive pass rush led by Max and Lance Schweihofer that time.
You know, now's a good time for me to tell a little story. You have to wonder sometimes how folks in the stands, so far removed from the action, who've probably never had any training, actually think they can see the play and apply the rules better than the officials assigned to the game. Has that ever happened?
It never happens. Besides all the time.
If they were that good, they should immediately register at MHSAA.com. They need more officials on the playing surface and fewer in the stands, so this is a reminder to treat tonight's officials and all the officials all the time with some respect, and all these kids' games cannot take place without them.
Well, you know, that's something that they should really emphasize, the fact that there are fewer and fewer officials because the ones that we have are getting older and they retire, and the pipeline is thin, and you can't play the game.
How did I do with that PSA?
I thought you did really well. You just like it was your own idea.
I tried not to yell at anybody. Pass out to the left. This was going to be another interception. See if he can make his way out of there. He can't. Brought down by the receiver. Looks like Schweiger once again. Nope.
Kruski. Same area of the field, however.
Second turnover of the game. Yep, that's why I assumed. Never assume. That's a tough pass to make when you're on the move. So second turnover of the game with a minute 25 to go in the first quarter at St. Clair 10, Southlake 0.
Well, like I said, he has a strong arm, but then he has to recognize the guy was double covered, and it's going to be hard to get the ball in there.
Good shot of some of the St. Clair fans who made the trip. It's getting colder outside, so
there he goes.
Off. Here's Ruba. See if he can make his way out. Good cut to the outside. Good block from the receiver. Ruba's got some speed. He's at the 25-20.
Yep.
Brought down by the collar on his shoulder pads. That's going to be a Southlake penalty. So between the big run and the penalty, the Saints are going to march this one down inside that 10-yard line. Watch the blocking here. Lenarski. Good block.
Yep. Whoops.
So he made it down to about the 21-yard line of the Cavaliers, and tack on the penalty. They're going to put that ball right on the 10, just between the 11 and the 10-yard line. Make it 1st and 10, St. Clair. Good looking shot there of Gleason under center. Hands this one off. Going to be bottled up pretty quickly. Sure to see a lot of number 30, Tavion Bell. Seems to be at the bottom of every one of those piles when they make a play.
Yep.
Awesome looking shot here. You can get an idea of how things look down there in the trenches. Here's Gleason again, tosses it left. He's got Ruba, cuts it back, makes his way in, and walks into the end zone. Another touchdown for the senior Brandon Ruba with 23 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Make it 16-0 St. Clair.
That's another running touchdown. We should probably give some kudos to the offensive linemen. Open those holes. Jack Winston, Jack Dolan, a sophomore, Maddox Moselle, a sophomore, River Palumbo, Bo Beckler. Nope.
That was a great look at it, too. Missed the extra point, so it'll stay 16-0 St. Clair. That was almost interesting. The blocking was so good that Ruba almost didn't know where he should go.
That's right. Had too many choices.
So we've gotten a really, really good look here in the first quarter at the senior Brandon Ruba. He's had some big games this year, and he's off to a really, really fast start so far. Second to last regular season game for the Saints. They'll finish things out next week against New Haven. Good look at kickoff here. It's Kruski once again kicking it off. Trouble with the return again. But they pick it up, and that looks like our guy.
It is your guy. Yep.
Tavion Bell's doing it all.
5'10", 230.
He's a big kid.
He is a big kid.
He's a big kid. He's got the pink undershirt, and he's got the jersey tucked up. He's easy to see. And he's making plays.
And he is, yep. Offense and defense.
So we're at 18 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cavaliers with the football on their own 30-yard line. Two receivers, bottom of your screen, one to the left. They're going to hand this one off, trying to run it to the right. Picks up some decent yardage, brings it over across the 35-yard line. That's number 6, Malcolm Smith. He's a junior, 6'1", 170.
Oh, that was a positive play. They did well on that one. Open a little hole.
And that'll be the way that the Cavaliers end the first quarter with a 6-yard gain. We'll start the second quarter with a 2nd down and 4. First quarter comes to a close at St. Clair 16, Southlake 0. We're back after these messages.
This is yours at St. Clair Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Choose better service. Choose more for your trade.
Because we really do care in St. Clair.
Choose a better car buying experience when you shop 3 brands under one roof at St. Clair Chevrolet Buick GMC, where you'll get all your rebates and the lowest price, plus free pickup and delivery to your home or office.
We are St. Clair County's highest volume dealer. Just minutes from everywhere.
I don't know why, but that felt like the quickest break of all time. We're back with second quarter action here on CTV. Tom Brenner with the coach, Jenny White. St. Clair off to a good 16-0 start here at East China Stadium. Temperatures, I believe, in the 40s. I don't like saying that out loud.
Joe Phillips, Duncan Gillis in on the tackle.
3rd down and 6 here for the Cavaliers. Looking to start the second quarter off with some positive momentum. Kawan Robertson, the junior quarterback, comes in with the call. Sends a receiver to his right, receiver to his left. He's got a man in the backfield with him, 2 men in the backfield with him. He goes under center this time. Going to hand it off, fakes it. Play action, he tried to keep it. He makes one man miss, but he's going to be brought down for a loss on the play. It's at about the 32-yard line. Loss of 2. That'll bring up 4th down.
That's a previous play.
Mm-hmm. So the Cavalier punt unit is out on the field now with 4th down and 7. Under 10:30 to play here in the second quarter. A little bit of a high snap, but he handles it. Good looking punt here. Sends the Saints back to their 35-yard line. Flag on the play. Schweiger has the football. He can make some magic happen. Makes his way out. He's still on his feet right at midfield. St. Clair will take over. We'll see what the penalty is about. Looks like it's going to go against Southlake. One of the officials talking with head coach James Bishop about what the penalty was and what he wants to do about it. Imagine they'll decline to see Brady Gleason on the field still.
They did, yep. They did decline.
So it's 1st down and 10 for the Saints. Ball right there at midfield. Officials still discussing something here. Steve Center's out on the field looking for a little explanation. After all that, the Saints get things going here. First play of this series, it's Ruba left side. He's got a burst of speed, makes his way inside to 35. He's down close to the 30. So far, that offensive line and Brandon Ruba are doing whatever they want.
They've done well, and we've talked earlier on in the year, the other games, that Ruba is quite a runner in the sense that he has both speed and power. So you're not going to bring him down with an arm tackle, and he gets to the hole very quickly.
You can see how far downfield some of those Saints offensive linemen made it. Right there along with Ruba. Here's a run to the right side. That's Schweiger. Makes his way towards the 20. And spot this one at the Southlake 23. Pretty good interior blocking once again there from the Saints. We're under 10 minutes, 9:44 to go. It's 2nd down and 6. Saints bring it up to the line. Gleason on the gun. He's got a running back to his right and left. He lost the snap. He's going to be able to get it. Almost looked like the two Saints in the backfield flinched a little bit before.
52, that's helping up Brady, is 6'4", 230.
There's plenty of big high scores in the field tonight, I'll tell you that. Another good look here as Brady Gleason takes control of that huddle, breaks it, sends his offensive line to the line of scrimmage. 9:02 to go. Sends Schweiger in motion. Keeps the football. Gleason to the middle of the field. Good cut left. He's looking to score. Tries to make a man miss. Going to be brought down inside the 10-yard line. Good looking play there from the Saints.
That was a called quarterback run. That was a nice fake to Schweiger coming across in motion, and Brady sees the field really well.
A lot to think about there if you're a defense.
Great blocking by the line. Ooh. Billy Shunk.
Is that River Palumbo out there?
Yep.
Sent a man to the ground pretty easily. Fake toss for Brady Gleason looking right through the air. He's got a man. That's a caught, and that's another St. Clair touchdown.
Guess who that was?
Austin Schweiger.
Austin Schweiger.
The Gleason to Schweiger connection keeps going. Make it 22-0. St. Clair on top with 8:23 to go here in the second quarter. That fake sent a whole lot of Cavaliers
Absolutely did.
the opposite way, and then they got Schweiger isolated. That made things happen, and a good-looking pass. Good separation for Schweiger, and the Saints are still rolling. They're doing it through the air and on the ground. Looks like they're going to be going for 2 here after they missed the extra point a little bit ago. I don't think most football coaches like looking at 23.
No,
24 feels better,
number.
right?
It does. It seems
Another fake
bigger.
toss left. Gleason going to keep it once again. He's going into the end zone, and it's good. Saints convert the 2-point conversion to make it 24-0. 8:23 to go.
Ran that one over Maddox Moselle and Billy Shunk.
Joe Phillips got an assist there. He kept Gleason off the ground.
Did he? Probably true.
Well, we mentioned it was cold, and earlier you mentioned we were hoping that the heat would rise to the press box.
Yep.
I think the team's taking care of it. That means the band's working hard.
Yep. Soon
it's getting
it'll
warmer
be
up here.
Soon that's right.
Saints kickoff team back on the field once again. You'll hear us say that a decent amount tonight.
And unlike John, who's in Florida and is warm, we have the windows closed tonight.
There you go. Going to be fielded here by the Cavaliers just inside their 20. That's going to be number. Good looking tackle.
That was a great tackle.
Jarrell Brooks was the return man there.
Duncan Gillis with the tackle.
Gillis, a senior for the Saints. Here's a great look at this.
Here he comes. I'll take you.
Just went
Right past the blocker.
through the blocker. Karan Mason, the sophomore, was in charge of taking care of him. Didn't get the job done. Which means the Cavaliers will start at their own 19-yard line. Pretty good representation from the student section tonight. It's always a good sign, especially considering they didn't have school today.
Absolutely.
Shotgun formation once again for Southlake. 4 receivers out there with a running back looking to pass. Looking right. He's got a man out there, but deflected.
Nice.
And incomplete.
See, and again, he seems to pass to the receiver who's double covered. Where this fellow over here had single coverage. If you're going to throw to somebody, at least give him a better chance. Of course, he's not in the play because he's jogging.
That was Ethan White who made that play for the Saints.
Nice play. Well, he wants to stay away from Schweiger in the middle of the field. That may have been it. Oh.
So he must have had a St. Clair penalty.
Yeah.
Officials move the football down to the 34-yard line. Not sure what the penalty was for there. It must have been something after the whistle. 8:14 to go here in the second quarter. First down and 10 for the Cavaliers. 2 men in the backfield, 2 receivers split. Takes the snap, rolling right. Looks like he's going to try to keep this one. He is. Tries to make a man miss. Does. Gets himself to the 40-yard line. Good looking effort there.
Yeah, now, see, if he did that occasionally, then it would open up the passing lanes too, because then they have to be responsible for him.
As soon as he was flushed, looked like he made that decision. You know what? I'm not going to throw this one up again. Really good looking run there from the quarterback, Juan Robertson.
Nice run, strong arm. Junior, you said?
Yep, junior, 5'11", 161. Make it 2nd down and 3, 7:30 to go. Takes a snap, it's a low one. Hands it off. And looks like a Cavalier first down.
First down, they should be no, it's not.
Spot's a lot closer than I initially thought. But they're going to say first down. Get a good look at the replay there. Officials right on top of it. Clock heads under 7 minutes to go. It's St. Clair 24, Southlake 0. Cavaliers putting together their most sustained drive of the game so far. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it once again. He's trying to get it right. This time he was stopped, but he eludes, and he's going to make his way up the sideline towards midfield. You're going to spot this one. It looks like about the 47. So that'll end up as just a gain of a few. Pretty good effort. Good look at a couple junior football players. It's junior football night here tonight at the stadium. There's a couple of guys we probably will see on Friday nights. Southlake with a little switcheroo. Takes the snap, looking to pass once again. Looking to go deep. See if he can make it happen. Goes deep. Looks like he might have had the catch. Oh, let's see the ball. Nice looking ball, nice looking catch, and the Cavaliers are in business. They're down to the 10-yard line.
He still threw into the double.
Good looking ball.
Nope, single coverage. Great catch.
Really good. Looked like it was brought in by number 3, Dorian Stevens. So make it first down and goal from the 10-yard line. 6:17 to go here in the second quarter. Cavaliers trying to chip away at that 24-point deficit. Good looking drive so far. See if that Saints defense can shut it down. Toss right. Makes a cut back. Not a lot of room over that way. That was a carry by Malcolm Smith. 6'1" junior. Fumble on the play. The Saints have the football. Be interesting to take a look at this one on the replay.
23, Ethan White comes up with the ball. Boom, there it is.
Looks like a hat on the ball. So unfortunately for the Cavaliers, their best looking drive of the game so far ends in a turnover, and the Saints have the football back. 1st and 10 on their own 9-yard line.
That was a well-conceived drive. A couple of runs, and the quarterback ran, and then it kind of loosens up the double coverage on that one. It was still a tremendous catch.
Good job by the Saints defense to stay strong. Here's a toss for the Saints. A lot of room out there. Good block by the receiver. Ruba's, of course, got some great speed. Makes his way all the way down to about the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 29 on the play.
That's a great way to take advantage because they spy Austin Schweiger. He goes in motion, and it frees up a spot. And that's right where Ruba ran.
Great looking block there from Maddox Moselle.
Yep.
Krusky has the football. He's going to make his way. He's got some speed too. He's in midfield, makes the guy miss, and he's all the way down into Cavalier territory. Ruba's in a rhythm, but I've got to say I'm with you from earlier. The offensive line seems to be in the best rhythm so far.
Yep. And this is the original offensive line. With the injuries, they've got 4 players, I believe. 4 starters are out. 3 of them on the offensive line. So this becomes a time to step up opportunity. The Saints players are taking advantage of it.
5:28 is what's left on the clock here in the second quarter. St. Clair 24, Southlake 0. Cavaliers make their way back onto the field. Gleason looks like he'll be in the gun. Got two receivers to his left, two to his right. Ruba in the backfield. Saints with a little shift. Gleason back under center. Looking to pass, looking left. Got a man, it's caught, makes a man miss. Down inside the 15, towards the 10. Schwager. Should have known better. I should just say it, right? Why wait to double check when you know who it's going to?
Well, particularly when he gets away.
Another big gainer there. There's a good look at the senior, Austin Schwager. Jared Lenarski heads out of the game as well. Two men in the backfield with Gleason this time. Hands it off to, looks like the first man through. He's got to make a man miss, spinning his way down inside the 10-yard line.
Luke Ellis, I believe.
That is Luke Ellis.
Another sophomore.
Another young gun for the Saints. Tough run. Saints in business again. It's 1st and goal from the 8. We're under 5 minutes to go. St. Clair 24, Southlake 0. Gleason under center, going to shift this formation once again. Couple guys go to the right. Receiver comes back in. Toss to the right. It's Ruba. Cuts back to his right. Another touchdown. Brandon Ruba with his 3rd touchdown of the day. It's 30-0 St. Clair.
Nice hole. Great job by the offensive line.
Extra point up and good this time. Make it 31-0. 4:33 to go. You know Brandon Ruba? He's a multi-sport kid.
He is.
You mentioned he's a fast, powerful runner. He does track. He's a guy who lifts a lot. He does more than just football. So I've got something here that tells me why that's a good thing. 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. Agreed?
Agreed. Oh, yeah.
We're both coaches.
Yep.
They have higher athletic ceilings, becoming better talent in the long run, have higher sports IQs, their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more about that at the MHSAA website.
That's pretty good. You made that up on your own, didn't you?
Made it up on my own.
That's good.
I don't need a script. Don't give Sandy Rutledge any credit for typing out and printing all this stuff off.
You should have been on the 32, not on the 26.
So the Cavaliers send their offense back on the field. They're down 31 points with 4:30 to go in the second quarter.
You know, we talked about how good a job the offensive line was doing, but I would not want to be on the kickoff return team when St. Clair kicks off.
Mm-hmm.
They get down there like lightning, and they're after the ball.
Good look at that St. Clair sideline. Feeling pretty good about things, but still showing a pretty good focus. Cavaliers have no shortage of size up front on offensive line either.
Very true.
Robertson passing to his right. Pass is complete. Good cut back into the field. He's still on his feet. Still going. Still showing some toughness. And he's still on his feet as he heads out of bounds. Knocked out right about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. It'll bring up about 2nd down and 4.
Nice quick hitting play.
Slippery.
Josh Schmidt drives him out of bounds.
Multi-sport athlete. Another track guy.
Got them all.
Had a great year at track last year. He's really good at throwing the metal frisbee. They call it a disc, but I think it's a metal frisbee.
He probably practiced a lot with that plastic one.
Yep. Robertson makes the man miss. He's still on his feet, throwing a lot of athleticism. First down, Cavaliers to the 40-yard line.
That was a good decision that time. See, I think if he involves himself more on runs, it's going to loosen up the passing lanes.
Mm-hmm. Clock heading towards 3:10 to go in the second quarter. Southlake Cavaliers trying to chip away at a 31-point deficit now. Robertson looking to pass. Thought about running, still looking to pass. That's intercepted by the Saints. He's got it at the 40, 45, 50. He's showing some speed, 40. Looks like Lenarski, it is. He's at the 30, cuts it back to the 25. He wants to score. But he's going to be brought down. Quite the effort there by Jerry Lenarski. He's inside the 25-yard line, and the Saints are back in business, looking to tack onto a 31-point lead with 2:48 to go.
I can't tell. We're going to have to watch here. If the receiver simply stopped running, yeah, it slowed down, but the pass was overthrown.
Behind him, overthrown him behind him. That probably happens when you're down 31, trying to make it all, take it all back at once. Pretty good return. He really wanted to put that one back. Good defensive play by Lenarski, and he's back in the offensive huddle. There's Brady Gleason, gets his call from the sideline. First down and 10 for the Saints on the 40.
It's a 15-yard holding penalty.
They just broke them up at 12. They just broke the huddle at 12. They just broke the huddle at 12.
You can probably hear the Southlake coaches in the booth saying the St. Clair Saints had 12 guys in the field.
Right in front of them. Absolutely, they had 12.
Breaking the huddle with 12 guys.
They had 12.
Clock under 2:16 to go. Man in motion is Luke Ellis. Gets himself on the line and set. Gleason looks like, I don't think Ellis got himself settled, maybe. So a nice interception, nice return, but a couple penalties. Trying to get this one rolling. 2:06 to go.
The Saints seem to be a little bit confused with who's in the game and who's not. And
good elusiveness there from Gleason. Rolling to his right, what a pass and what a catch. That's Gleason to Lenarski. It did look like the Saints sent somebody off late again. And that's a couple times in a row. That was number 52 in pursuit. That's Jalen Brown. He's a junior, 6'4", 240. He had eyes on Gleason, but couldn't bring him down. First down and 10. Ball on the Cavalier 40. 2 men in the backfield. Ruba going to head out to the left. Gleason going to hand it off. That's Schweiger who's back there. He's going to pick up maybe a yard on the play. So with about a minute and a half to go here in the second quarter, Coach, imagine the Saints are looking to make this one 38-0.
I think they are, to get the running clock for the second half.
Got to have 35 points to make that happen.
That tackle was made by Derek Sanders, 6'2", 275-pound sophomore.
Gleason, he's got Schweiger out there, I believe, once again. He cuts back to the right. He's at the 10. Still on his feet. He's at the 5. He's going to score. Make it 37-0. That's him. Austin Schweiger makes it 37-0 St. Clair with a minute 8 to go in the first half.
Nice pass, nice catch, and then it's Austin Schweiger.
Good block downfield. Didn't quite see who that was, but a good job springing him for the touchdown. It was right around the 15-yard line. Another penalty here before we get this extra point off.
Declined.
Get a good look there at the band making its way onto the field. We'll have that for you here on CTV. Extra point on its way, and it's up and good. Make it 38-0 St. Clair.
Congratulations to Coach Michelle Atkins and the varsity volleyball team.
What do you think we'll see here in the second half, Coach? Have a bunch of guys that will have to figure out who's on the field?
Case. Yep, I do believe that. Because like we talked about in the opening, that had two goals for this evening. One was to win the game, and the 1A was to get out of it without injuries to your starters.
So the Cavaliers going to send their return unit out there. Saints have their kickoff team. Kruski, the kicker once again for this kickoff. Gets a good leg into it, sends it, looks like it could go out of bounds, and it does. That'll be a penalty against the Saints. So they got a minute 8. Make something happen and get that goose egg off the board.
That's right. Well, they have spurts. They just can't seem to put it all together for a sustained drive.
Southlake came into this one giving them up 41.8 points a game in conference, 44 a game overall in their season. Saints need 6 to get to that average. And we're only in the first half. Robertson still in at quarterback for the Cavaliers. He's got 2 receivers, bottom of your screen, 1 to the top. Man in the backfield. They send a man in motion, so make it 2 on each side. Snap is good. Looking to pass, looking to go deep. 2 Saints in pursuit. He's going to hold on to the football and run. He's at the 40, 45, makes it to midfield, picks up a first down. Out of bounds. We're at 58.6 seconds to go. The most consistent positive momentum they've had tonight is when Robertson's on the move.
Yep, because he's the one from a defensive standpoint you don't account for.
Another good look at the crowd here. Unfortunately, everybody's wearing winter hats.
That's right.
Southlake makes it to their own 49-yard line, looking to make it into Saints territory and chip away at a 38-point deficit. Still with 4 receivers out. Wide, Robertson looking to pass. He's looking left, now looking right. Still going to look to run. There's a couple Saints in pursuit. He's still on his feet. Rolling, passing to his right, nearly picked off. Incomplete, though. It'll bring up second down and 10 from their own 49.
That's certainly one of the major downsides for being behind 38-0 is you're trying to force something to happen.
This is an impressive job of elusiveness.
Boom, right there.
But also a good job by the Saints to make it difficult.
Congratulations, coach and boys soccer team on a great year.
See that St. Clair defense all looking to their arms. That was kind of an interesting look. Get the call from the sidelines and Coach Bishop. Take a look at their armbands and get ready for action.
There are a significant number of underclassmen in the game now.
49 seconds, Robertson looking to pass. He's on his own 40, still looking to pass, nothing there. Saints in pursuit. He's going to throw this one to the right, throws it away. Good decision. Brings up 3rd down and 10. More he has to move around back there to more and more the Saints left to cover, but there's more Saints defenders in the picture right now than there are Cavalier receivers.
And the Cavaliers are walking.
40 seconds to go in the first half of action. It's St. Clair 38, Southlake 0. 3rd down and 10. Cavaliers slowly make their way to the football. Two receivers out wide, two in the backfield with Robertson. Takes the snap in the gun, looking left. This time he gets the pass off quick, nearly caught and then nearly picked off there by the Saints. Brings up 4th down and 10. Got to imagine you go for it here with 35 seconds to go in the first half.
Mason Spezia, the defensive back in that case, but I wanted to point out on this replay, the defensive end who just about gets him is Alex Hall, who has returned from a severe knee injury. Yes.
No kidding. Good for Alex.
Good to see him.
Another multi-sport guy who does track. I knew he was pretty banged up. That's awesome. 35.9 seconds to go in the first half. 4th down and 10 for the Cavaliers. They break the huddle and send a receiver to the right, one to the bottom of your screen. Couple guys in the backfield with Kawan Robertson. Saints playing back on those receivers. Robertson looking left, now looking right. He's on the move once again. Saints close that first down spot. Robertson's got to do something with it. He puts the ball on the turf, and I think the Saints are on it.
Yep. Wouldn't matter. It was our ball anyway.
Recover that football at about the 43, so a loss of 6. So that's a big deal. The Saints, they gained 6 yards there, Coach. If it was just a turnover on downs, they'd be on the 49. So I believe that's the 3rd turnover of the game for the Cavaliers, and the Saints are back in business. 27 seconds to go here. Imagine the Saints will probably run this one out. What do you think?
I think they will. That was Jake Gabriel in on the tackle.
They've got 38 points, so the running clock is already taken care of, so not necessary to go for it here, but you never know. On the 43, Gleason's going to roll to his right. They're going to let it fly.
So
Gleason's looking to the end zone.
There he is. Tip.
Ball tipped, nearly intercepted. It's that time of the year. You got to go for it, right? Yeah. This also probably is the last. I would imagine the last we'll see of some of these guys, so it doesn't hurt to run a play or two. Ball dropped incomplete with 19 seconds to go in the second quarter. St. Clair 38, Southlake 0. Gleason gets the call, brings it to his squad. Karuski, bottom of your screen. A couple guys to the left. Gleason looking to pass once again. He's looking left. Has a man, looks like a phenomenal catch. Ball is down. It'll be ruled incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10 with 11 seconds to go. Schwager was the man out there once again. Nearly made a nice catch. Pretty good coverage out there.
Yep.
Looks like number 25 was the man in coverage, Hayden Hernandez. Look at this. Look at how impressive number 71 Derek Sanders is. Hey, he's just a sophomore.
Yes.
Gleason looking to pass once again. Flushed out of the pocket, still looking. He makes a couple guys miss. He's on the move up the sideline. He's at the 35, makes his way towards the 30-yard line. And that brings a close to the second quarter. Pretty good action here on CTV. We're heading to the halftime show with the score of St. Clair 38, Southlake Cavaliers 0.